Good afternoon. On our June membership meeting, what we promised to do is to give you sort of video reports. You'll find these reports on the website. And so this is the video report for the month of July. I'll start with the executive board sort of revisit. So in July, our executive board had given permission for us to allocate around $800 for the exterior painting of the building. The building on the wooden parts, the parts that are subject to deterioration and rotting and paint flaking, to have that done. So they allotted us some money for that. The money that was allotted was $800. The job expanded a little bit, and we have paid out $900 for that job. It includes all the wooden parts, or most of the wooden parts, and the fire escape stairs, the front door, the wooden panels, and those kinds of things. You'll see when you come to the next meeting that there's a different color to it and it's been refreshed. Also, we had a summer project of the parking lot drain, which was blocked, and we had to find a system to keep it from becoming blocked all the time. The process, or the occurrences that took place, were the rain we call the ponding. At this particular time, we had quite a bit of rain on yesterday, which was Thursday, and you can see that the lot is clear of water today, no more ponding. We contracted some people to take care of that situation, and it seems to be working quite fine. That cost us in excess of $500. We also had some mold from water getting into the building. So we had to do some gutter work and have gutter work done, and some cement work to the base of the building. We had to also pull the carpet and have furniture moved out in order to get rid of that problem. And so all those things have been done, which leaves, still we need a little roof work, which we'll be doing sort of piece by piece. And we need to do the floor. As many of you know, the floor was coming up, the tiles were coming up and popping up and cracked, and we weren't able to match them. So there was a decision by the board for us to go forward with putting down a new floor and taking up the old floor. To try to spare some of the expense of that, Kevin Key, Jason Lacey, Miracle Long, Cynthia Stewart, Wayne Crawford, and myself pulled the tiles. To do so, we had to rent some equipment. We had to buy some equipment in order to remove those tiles, but at this point all those tiles are removed. Now we move into phase 2 of that project, which is to replace the floor. For long-term stability or sustainability of the floor, I think we're going to just stain the concrete, seal the concrete, so that you have a floor that'll be smooth and even, and we won't have to worry about replacing tile, carpet, or any covering for quite some time afterwards. We expect to get 20 years or more life out of the covering, and for the floor to be durable and safe for quite a bit longer than that. So that's phase 2, which we hope to be done with by September. It may not be done. Now to move on to sort of the organizational mobilization process. Right now we're involved in 3 different negotiations, really. One is the OSU Faculty Club, which we are dead in the middle of, and we're still doing that. 2 is the Pickaway County Jobs and Family Services Unit, which we have just started, and we hope that that'll go along just as fine as the other. And the 3rd one is the Franklin County Veteran Services Unit down at the Veterans Commission, which we hope to start very soon. We're just looking at dates to start. We already have what we call ground rules. Those have already been made with the attorneys from Franklin County and ourselves. So we're in that, right in the middle of it. A lot of you know that there is a merging that's going on, probably at full pitch now, between the University Medical System and FOD, or I think it's called Business Administration, which was FOD. That merging is going along with details. It seems to be starting with the valet drivers and the cabs and bus service as one of the things that are going to happen pretty quick. And so we're trying to manage and help and cooperate and make sure that everyone's taken care of through that transition. There's no job loss due to it. There may be job expansion due to it, but they're going to operate as one operation while the rest of the university, as far as those departments are concerned, continue to merge at the higher levels of the administration. At present, student life is not involved in that. But to talk about student life a little bit, they are starting a third shift. The shift, I believe, commences at 8 p.m. and then it's done at 4 a.m. in the morning. That's another new thing that's happening as we go along this summer. And a lot of people will be affected by that. Actually, there's only 4 people, I think, that go to the night shift. The others have taken different kinds of jobs. It will still secure membership for us. And those people, I hope, will gain some sort of shift differential in the future. All those things are still kind of in the works to be seen, but we haven't gotten that so far. In addition to that, this summer, I can't think of any more things really. We've had the executive board meeting. We're doing improvements for the facility. Hope to get that running and back open by September. We had to do some things in the parking lot as far as drainage and sewage is concerned, and that's been addressed. There may be some other more ornamental things to address, like the parking spaces and such. I don't believe that's anything else for July. Again, the executive board meets during July and August, and we'll meet again in September. And those are all the kind of updates they are. We're still open every day. Phone number is 614-294-5265. The fax number is 614-294-6562. No, 6. It's 294-5665. I don't know what it is. Well, the fax number is 294-5662.
I think 6562.
I wouldn't cut that thing.
Yeah. I'm going to get that out.
Yeah. Wait a minute, I got it here in my business card. 556 or something. Okay. The fax number is 614-294-6562. So we're here every day. We call our hours are really 9 to 5 are our core hours. We may be here a little later sometime, and we may be here a little earlier, but someone should be here by 9 o'clock. All other meetings are still going ahead. All committee meetings are going if they're being scheduled. Our Secretary of State meetings are still going if they're being scheduled. A side note, really, we have a arbitration that is still in process for the Secretary of State's office, and we have an arbitration that's pending for the university. So those things will be occurring, as I speak and after today. And I believe that's all that we have to report on for July. All grievances that are going on will still be going on. There's no major news to report. There'll be an activity. We're going to a Right to Work conference in Cleveland for a couple of days. There is a march in Washington, D.C., which we will be participating in, and that's happening over the weekend of the 27th, I believe. In addition to that, there'll still be the regular meetings here, and they should start in September once again if the floor is done. If it's not done, it may be postponed till October, which sounds a little late, but hopefully we won't have to do that. We're going to try to get that floor done before September's time for the meeting. An announcement, there's a CWA Christmas party to take place December the 22nd. That's December the 22nd. It's the Sunday before Christmas. So it's a family Christmas party. It is very much youth or child oriented. We don't have a venue to announce for you now, but this is a save the date message which says December the 22nd. We're going to try to get RSVPs for it so we can get a kind of count on how many children there are, how many families there are. It's going to be sponsored by different CWA locals. 4502 is one, that represents the management of the City of Columbus. 4310 is one, which is an AT&T local for indoor workers. 4320 is one, which is a CWA local for outdoor workers and some other public workers around the city. And us, of course, 4501. So save that date, December 22nd. We'll get back to you to do the RSVPs sometime probably this month, if not next month. But the day of the event is December 22nd, and there will be an announcement about what time it is and where where it's going to take place. So if you have any questions or comments, please send them to us by telephone. You can do it by email at www.cwa4501.org, and you can do it by telephone by, again, the number is 614-294-5265, or by fax, and the number is 614-294-6562, or you can do it by Facebook. We have a Facebook page on the internet, or any of those things. So please support us if you can, and support yourselves by communicating with us on whatever is going on, whatever your problem or question is. We'll be happy to answer them. As a matter of fact, it's our duty to answer them, and we'll be happy to do it. I think that ends the report for the month of July. Thank you very much. Have a good summer. Don't forget us. We'll be here for your help. Thank you. That's a long time.